already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the New York Giants. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Down, 180, 56 is the max. You got nothing to walk. You got nothing. Shit back down. Shit. X3, 218, chopper. Check 4.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And he's got some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only the controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Let's go, D, tighten up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Carr now on 1st down. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Play action. Now it's Carr. He's going to find Gallup here complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
To throw again on 2nd down, Carr. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Space to maneuver at the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a 1st down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. That'll bring up second down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. On 2nd and 10, Jones. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Set. 30 base. So we got man. Check. 48's the mic. Check. Cut. Here we go. Hey. Wahoo. 48's mic. 2.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. He finds his target, Fuller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Check.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Protein spill. Clear. 56. Get it.
Now Jones, operating from the gun, being chased out left. Got some real estate inside the 30. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Ready? 48 to Mike. There's a party now. Go.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Now Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 3rd down. And he is the NFC reigning offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Carr. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Rosas now to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, Raiders.
Down. 180. 3 buck.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Ready?
On first down, Jones. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Watch the slats.
On second down now, Barkley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a second and 2.
Second and 2 at the 47-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
It's just me and you.
Throwing, Jones. It's complete to Fuller. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. On the run, it's Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
All day, every day, any day.
Here's second and 8. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up third and 6.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
It's coming again.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Well, the second down throw on target.
You got it. You got it.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. On play action. Now Carr. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at about the 14. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
Ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I don't think you got it, son. Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, you don't like the 48 right now. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Looking to throw on second down. Jones, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Ready? 60 yards. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Ready?
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Eli Harrell, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. That's pulled in at the 32. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing on 2nd down, Carr. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm on.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down.
Gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Raiders.
Now, 180. Hey, defense. Hey, 9.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The tackle by Quincy Williams.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? Defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And Thomas has it. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Carr going to throw. This is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Michael Gallup hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders get a score closer. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Second and 1. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's Carr. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Carr now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, it's Henderson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, down at the 33. On the counter, it's Henderson. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now they'll throw with Carr. They'll find Henderson there. It's complete. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
That's caught. It's Thomas. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting, pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll look to run with Henderson. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
64,
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jarvis Landry, his 1st touchdown on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This defense really clamping down. Although they're losing the game still, this second half has been theirs.
And they're winning it. I almost equate it to being a boxer. And whenever you see a good fight, the guy who is on his toes and doing the punching, that's the guy who's winning. And that's the way they're going at it defensively now. Much more aggressive in their calls, much more aggressive in their pursuit.
Down to lose one. Get it.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
56 to Mike.
To throw again. Carr. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Joey Bosa in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Here we go, set, 50, plant. Here we go, team. Here I come, here I come.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Tight end right. Hey, Haywood.
Hey, alert 48. Hey, we don't like the 40.
Big grip.
Jones from the gun. He'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. This is taken at the 18. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Carr to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play that time for the Raiders, 41 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And he'll take this one down near the 15. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Seibert able to knock this one through. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Let's go, son.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 29, Jones, pass incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
I'm coming to you. I'm going.
Ready?
Jones now, operating from the gun. He finds his target, Fuller. 10 yards, good for a giant first down. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
On first down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards, good for a giant first down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. Caught left side, Bennett. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
152 fighter. Hey, zoom. Now.
2nd and 6. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. From the gun, Jones. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Darius Slayton. Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. This from long, very long range. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. I guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Jones now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Barkley on 1st down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go to Barkley again. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Got it.
3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Operating from the gun. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Now Jones throwing on 4th down. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Barkley. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Jones heading up here 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. This is Barkley. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
General West. Now.
They'll keep it on the ground. Barkley, and he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And they're going with some extra beef up front. They've got to have this one in overtime. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So a big one coming now for Aldrich Rosas. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And the kick by Rosas is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for the Giants, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Oakland, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many milk. Cause bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it slow. I'm sturdy as hell, as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangsta hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Rings of the team, I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Higher, that's a